Remember when lumber prices skyrocketed? A simple sheet of plywood, once $20, suddenly cost $80. The cost of building a basic home surged by tens of thousands of dollars. We were told it was supply and demand, a side effect of the pandemic. But what if that was a lie? What if a powerful, deeply entrenched cartel was actively manipulating the price of wood, holding the entire construction industry and your dreams of home ownership hostage? This is the shocking truth behind the lumber industry's dirty secret, a calculated mega defect in the very foundation of our economy. Just as unseen forces can manipulate the prices of essential commodities, hidden threats lurk online, manipulating your data and compromising your privacy. You wouldn't want to overpay for wood, so why overpay with your personal information online? Protecting your digital assets is crucial. That's why I secure my online connections with NordVPN. NordVPN encrypts your internet connection, creating a secure tunnel that shields your online activities from hackers, snoops, and data brokers. It's your defense against hidden digital manipulation. Beyond robust security, NordVPN allows you to bypass geo-restrictions, giving you private and secure access to content and services from around the globe, empowering your online experience. With thousands of high-speed servers and a strict no-logs policy, NordVPN ensures your digital life remains private, secure, and under your control. Don't let hidden vulnerabilities control your online life. Secure your digital self today. Go to the link is provided in description and use code MEGADEFECT for up to 73% off plus 3 extra months. In early 2020, as the world braced for lockdowns, lumber prices were stable. Then an unprecedented surge began. By May 2021, wood prices had spiked by over 400% from their pre-pandemic levels. The average price of framing lumber soared from around $400 per thousand board feet to over $1,600. This wasn't just an inconvenience. It added over $36,000 to the cost of building a new single-family home and thousands more to renovation projects. Small businesses struggled, construction projects stalled, and homeownership became an even more distant dream for millions. This economic shockwave devastated budgets, forcing countless families to delay or abandon vital home projects. It felt like a natural market phenomenon, a brutal lesson in supply and demand, but the truth was far more sinister, orchestrated by forces operating in the shadows of the market. The official narrative blamed a sudden surge in demand for home renovations during COVID-19 lockdowns, combined with sawmill closures. It was a plausible, easily digestible story, but economic data told a different tale. While demand did increase, it wasn't enough to justify a 400% price hike. Crucially, raw timber, the actual trees, remained plentiful and relatively cheap. The real bottleneck wasn't a lack of wood, but a deliberate constriction of milling capacity. Sawmills were operating well below their maximum output, even as demand soared. This wasn't an accident. It was a consequence of strategic decisions made long before the pandemic, a calculated move by a few powerful players to control the flow of a vital commodity. The supply crisis was, in large part, an illusion, designed to explain away artificial scarcity. This deliberate manipulation of output created the perfect storm for price inflation, impacting every consumer who needed to build or repair. The root of this manipulation lies in the extreme consolidation of the lumber industry. Over the last few decades, a handful of giant corporations have acquired smaller competitors, creating an oligopoly that dominates North American lumber production. Companies like Weyerhaeuser, West Fraser, and Canfor now control a disproportionate share of the market. This lack of competition means these few players have immense power to influence supply and, by extension, price. When a few companies control the vast majority of production, they can tacitly coordinate output, reduce competition, and prioritize profit over consistent supply. Instead of ramping up production to meet demand, they can collectively decide to maintain lower output, driving prices sky high. This is the classic behavior of a cartel, and it's a profound mega defect that undermines fair markets and consumer welfare. They learned that a limited supply at a higher price was more profitable than abundant supply at a fair price. Adding fuel to this fire are the ongoing trade disputes and tariffs between the US and Canada over softwood lumber. For years, the US has imposed duties on Canadian lumber, claiming unfair subsidies. While seemingly a protective measure for US producers, these tariffs actually reduce the overall supply of lumber to the U.S. market, which is precisely what the consolidated big lumber players want. They reduce competition from Canadian imports, allowing domestic producers to further restrict their own output and charge even higher prices. The irony is that these tariffs, ostensibly designed to help U.S. industry, end up punishing U.S. consumers and builders by validating higher costs and choking off alternative supply. It's a political and economic mega defect where government policy, whether intentionally or not, plays directly into the hands of an industry cartel, allowing them to further inflate prices under the guise of fair trade. The adoption of just-in-time, JIT inventory management further empowered this cartel. JIT minimizes warehouse stock, reducing overhead costs. While efficient in stable times, it leaves the supply chain extremely vulnerable to any disruption, real or perceived. When demand surged, instead of having ample inventory to release, mills had very little. This allowed them to claim shortage and engage in aggressive price gouging. They could literally choose to produce less, knowing that the existing scarcity in the JIT model would amplify demand and allow them to command exorbitant prices. The profits soared even as production volumes remained relatively stable or even decreased. This strategic decision to leverage market conditions for maximum profit rather than meet societal demand is a textbook example of market manipulation, a mega defect built into the modern supply chain that prioritizes corporate balance sheets over consumer affordability. The direct consequence of this rigged system falls squarely on the shoulders of the average consumer. Increased lumber costs directly translate to higher housing prices, making the dream of homeownership unattainable for many. For those undertaking renovations, essential repairs, or even simple DIY projects, the budget explosions force tough choices: defer critical maintenance, scale back projects, or incur massive unexpected debt. This isn't merely about inconvenience, it's about the financial stability of families and the broader economy. Small construction businesses, unable to absorb these volatile price swings, went bankrupt. The entire housing sector, a critical engine of economic growth, was artificially constrained, all because a few powerful companies decided they could dictate the price of wood. It's a profound economic mega defect that ripples through society, impacting everything from jobs to family stability. The lumber price crisis wasn't a natural market phenomenon. It was a calculated strategy, a mega defect engineered by a consolidated industry, exacerbated by trade policies, and enabled by inventory practices. A handful of powerful corporations leveraged their control over supply to extract unprecedented profits, leaving consumers and the construction industry to bear the exorbitant cost. This is the stark reality of what happens when a vital commodity falls into the hands of a cartel. A rigged system where the average person always pays the price. Did you experience the sting of inflated lumber prices? What other industries do you suspect are manipulating markets? Share your thoughts and stories below. If this exposé sparked your concern, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Mega Defect for more investigations into the systems that fail us.